it's Hailey, and today I'm going to be doing an unhaul, but a little bit differently than I usually do. So today's unhaul is a little bit more casual because I'm actually going to be doing kind of two unhauls in one. So I have some boxes of books here that I know for sure I'm getting rid of, but then I'm also going to be going through my shelves and getting rid of some books because I want to start this new year off with a fresh TBR pile that I'm really excited about. I recently updated my Goodreads shelves in regards to my TBR pile and everything like that, and I realized I have a ton of fantasy, and a lot of it I don't really know how interested in it I actually am, and I have like 80 something books total on my TBR, plus I've already pre-ordered a bunch of books that are coming out this year, so I want to get rid of some old books to make way for the new books. So that's why we're in kind of a different location. It's a little bit more casual, but I think this is going to be really fun. I already have quite a few books in boxes to unhaul, so let's just get into it. So first is The XY by Virginia Bergen. This was sent to me unsolicited and I'm just not really interested in it. Next is The Duff by Cody Keplinger. I think I already unhauled this. There's like a couple in here that I was displaying them as a rainbow, but now I'm not, so now they're actually going. Game of Secrets by Kim Foster. Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. And before you're like, oh my god, what? I bought the paperback of this to support Sasha and Lindsay, but I don't have a use for 2 copies of it, so I would like to put this on the shelf at my high school, which I forgot to mention. That's where these books are going, so no, I cannot send them to you. I'm sorry, but they are going to a good place because they're going to my old high school, which doesn't have a library in it, so I make one, and I felt like Zenith would be good there. Next is The Last 8 by Laura Pohl, another one that was sent to me unsolicited. The Library of Fates by Aditi Khurana. A Danger to Herself and Others by Alyssa Scheinmel, which was also sent to me unsolicited. The Orphan Queen by Jodi Meadows. Lies You Never Told Me by Jennifer Donaldson. Roar by Cecilia Ahern. The Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa, which is duplicate. Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, which is another duplicate. Dream Country by Shannon Gibney, which was sent to me unsolicited. Worlds of Ink and Shadow by Lena Coakley, which I read and it just wasn't what I was expecting, so I didn't really enjoy it that much. It was okay, but I didn't enjoy it enough to keep it. Nothing Left to Burn by Heather Ezell, which I thought it was about something different than what it actually is about, so I had requested it, but the synopsis actually doesn't interest me that much, so I'm gonna send it to somewhere where hopefully someone will find it that will be interested in it. Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart, another duplicate. The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, duplicate. My So-Called Bollywood Life by Nisha Sharma. Harbor Me by Jacqueline Woodson. The Darkest Legacy by Alexandra Bracken, which is once again a duplicate copy. Next is another duplicate, A Map of Days by Ransom Riggs. Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young, which I started reading and I ended up DNFing it. Mad Miss Mimic by Sarah Henstra. I've just had this book for so long and I've never had the desire to pick it up, so I figure I might as well just call it. This Monstrous Thing by Mackenzie Lee, which I read fairly recently, but I just didn't enjoy it enough to keep it. It's hard to describe like which books I did enjoy enough to keep it because some of them I have the same rating for, but there's just a feeling that I get. I don't know. The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. The Similars by Rebecca Hanover. They sent me 2 copies of this. Rosewood by A.G. Howard, which I'm pretty sure I already unhauled, but here it is again. Damsel by Elena K. Arnold. I just saw some Goodreads reviews that didn't seem really great for it, and there was quite a few of them, and I was only mildly interested in this in the beginning, so it was enough to make me not want to read it. Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow, which I thoroughly enjoyed, but I have more than 1 copy and I don't need that. Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett, which I really wanted to enjoy, but I ended up DNFing it. The Dark Beneath the Ice by Amalinda Beyrube, which I was sent unsolicited. Sea Fire by Natalie C. Parker, which I have duplicate copies of. Girls of Paper and Fire, which I once again have duplicate copies of. Speaking of duplicate copies, this happens very often, as you can tell, but An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. So that's actually everything that was in the boxes, so now I'm just gonna kind of go through my shelves and see what else I can get rid of. There are certain books that I feel like I should get rid of them, but I feel attached to them at the same time. But All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater is one that I have really mixed feelings about because I haven't really heard the greatest things about it, so I just don't know if this is something that I want to spend time on. I do really enjoy the author, so that is kind of making me more inclined to give it a chance, but I've had had it since it came out. I've had it since September 28th, 2017. So that's a thing. Maybe I will try a chapter of it and see how that goes. I feel like I should do that, the try a chapter tag thingy. Maybe I'll do a video like that for the books that I'm unsure about. Let me know if you would like me to do that. So for now, I think I'm gonna keep it, but I'm gonna call it On the Glass Bear by Lauren DiStefano. This sounded like something that would interest me, and then I just never picked it up, and every time I've mentioned it, people have said how boring of a book it was, so that doesn't sound like something I would like, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Now, Words in the Deep Blue by Kath Crowley is one that I didn't really enjoy that much, but the cover is so beautiful, so I kind of want to get rid of it just because I didn't like it that much, but I love the cover so much that I do want to keep it, so I don't know. I guess this one will also go back on the shelf for now. I'm really bad at this. Another one I was thinking about getting rid of is The Reader by Tracy Chee, because I've had this for a fair amount of time and I just don't really know about it, but like I also don't want to get rid of it. This is not going well at all. I'm gonna put this back for now and I'm gonna look for stuff that I'm like for sure, let's get rid of it, no thank you. So I think one of those is Dry by Neil Shusterman and Jared Shusterman. I just don't like reading things about droughts and like being thirsty for some reason. I don't know why. I cannot explain that to you. So that is exactly what this book is about. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Look at me making the difficult decisions that I need to not drown in my TBR pile. This one I got in a subscription box recently, but I've never actually heard of it. So I think it's gonna go because I can't really tell what it's about. It just seems like a very generic synopsis. This is a book that I was excited about and then I didn't hear anything else about it, and ooh, listen to that spine crack. But it seems like it could be really confusing because it kind of tries to like blend a lot of mythology. Let's check Goodreads. I don't generally go off of other people's opinions for what I end up keeping and what I end up reading, but when I have so many books and I'm not sure about them, that's when I try and consult other people's thoughts to help me out. I was gonna get rid of it, but I feel like a lot of people have given it a fairly high rating, so I think I might do the try a chapter thing with this one. Now what about this one? Should I keep it, get rid of it? No, I'll keep you forever. So Slate by Jennifer Summersby, I'm gonna get rid of this one. The concept sounds cool, but if I do decide to revisit it, I'm gonna repurchase it in the other cover because I don't like this cover anyway, so we shall see. I've just had it for so long and haven't had the desire to pick it up, so I don't really see a point in keeping it. I both love and hate unhauling books because like inevitably I'm gonna get rid of something that's actually amazing, but I just don't have the time to read everything. The ultimate struggle of every bookworm. When We Caught Fire by Anna Godbertson is the next to go. I had been kind of interested in this and then now I think it's one of the lowest rated books that's on my TBR currently, so I don't think it's worth keeping it. Anti-Darkened by Kirsten White I'm gonna get rid of because I had started trying to read it, didn't really like it, and then Hannah just read it and she hated it, so it's gonna go. Although Hannah and I have very different tastes, but I needed someone to make the decision for me. Also, I'm not sponsored by Tim Hortons, even though I should be. If you want to sponsor me, good. These Vicious Masks by Tarun Shanker and Kelly Zekes. I've had this for a long time and I'm just not gonna read it realistically. I will get up off of the floor at some point, but now is not that point. Rule by Ellen Goodlett. I haven't heard anything about this and I just don't know. And then The Grim Lovelies by Megan Shepherd. I've heard mixed things about, so I think both of these are gonna go. 5 Feet Apart by a bunch of authors. It's coming out as a movie, so like I kind of want to read it, but someone told me that this is actually like a book based on the movie script, so I don't know how I feel about that. Although the representation for illness, that intrigues me. That's really something I'd like to read, so how did people feel about this? I don't know. Please give me your opinion. I'm probably gonna keep it for now. Actually, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the video here. I'm sorry that this was like a very weird video, but I think what I'm going to do is do the try chapter tag, but for a specific genre. So fantasy in particular is one that I definitely need to do. I really just need to get some fantasy off of my TBR because fantasy has been a genre I've been struggling with recently, so I don't want to have all of this fantasy stuff that I'm not going to enjoy. But thank you guys still so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's going to be nice going into the new year with some fresh shelves. That's why I'm going to kind of try and do that try a chapter thing this month so then I can get rid of the stuff that I don't really want. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to click that subscribe button and then click that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post. I put up new videos 3 times a week. I'm also part of the Bookmarked live show, which is held every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but all the information for that will be down below for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to follow all of my social media, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!